Welcome back to Math Solver 1117. If you are taking AP Calculus or Calculus 1 right now in high school or college, listen to me very carefully. Your first major calculus exam is going to feature a question on the mean value theorem. On the surface, the math looks simple. You just set the rate of change equal to the average rate of change. But professors and the college board love to set a trap. This will hand you a function on a specific interval. And if you blindly start doing the algebra without checking the two critical conditions first, you will get a completely wrong answer and lose points. Today we are breaking down an exact level MVT problem step by step. I am going to show you exactly how to spot the continuity and differentiability traps before you write a single line of derivative works. Let's write down the problem. That is, we have check this as official theorem requirements for this purpose, MVT checklist on AB. So write this here, mean value theorem checklist on interval A and B. First one is f of x is continuous on A and B. Continuous on A and B. Second is f of x is differentiable. We have f of x is differentiable on AB. Now directly underneath write down the golden MVT equation. What will it become? That will be f dash of C equals f of B minus f of A and divided by B minus A. Before we touch an equation, let's establish the rule of engagement. For the mean value theorem to even apply, your function and must satisfy two strict conditions. First, it must be continuous on the closed interval from A to B. This means no holes, jumps or asymptotes. Second, it must be differentiable on the open interval from A to B. That means no sharp corners. So, if both boxes are checked, MVT guarantees that there is at least one point, let's call it C, where the instantaneous slope, the derivative is perfectly equal to the average slope across the entire interval. Let's look at the classic test problem. Write down the function and interval. We have f of x equals x raised to power 2 by 3 and interval is minus 1 and 8. Your goal is find all the values of C that satisfy the mean value theorem. Now here is the problem. F of x equals to 2/3 power on the closed interval from -1 to +8. Your goal on the test is to find the value of C. If you rush into this, you will calculate the average slope. Take the derivative and solve for x. But let's run through our checklist. Is the function continuous on the interval? Yes, this is continuous. And other thing is you have you have to check that it is differentiable or not. But look at differentiability. To check it differentiable, we need to find the derivative of our function first. So f dash of x equals 2 by 3 power is in the start, x raised to power 2 by 3 minus 1, which gives us f dash of x equal 2 by 3 and the x raised to power minus 1 by 3. So f dash of x will equals 2 by 3 root of x. So this is the value of derivative. Using this power rule, the derivative is the 2/3 equals to negative 1/3 power. If you write that with positive exponent, it becomes 2 divided by 3 times the cube root of x. Look at the denominator closely. What happens if we evaluate the derivative of x equal to 0? Since 0 is inside our test interval of negative 1 to positive, plug in the 0 would put a 0 in the denominator. It makes the derivative undefined at x equals 0. So, at x equals 0, f dash of x is undefined and 0 will be belongs to same values of minus 1 and 8. Write this here. Therefore, the mean value theorem doesn't apply. This is the exact trap because the derivative is undefined as it equals 0 and 0 lies directly inside our open interval. Not function is not differentiable. So if you had not checked this, you would have spent 5 minutes doing useless algebra. Solve for a fake value of c and receive a negative of this question. Now the new interval will be 1 and 8. We have to change this and give the new interval. What will be the value of new interval? That is 1 and 8. Now what is if the professor give you the exact same function but change the interval to positive 1 to positive 8? Let's check it. Since 0 is no longer inside our interval, the function is now. So the function is now perfectly continuous and perfectly differentiable on the right side of the formula. Now we will calculate f of a and f of b. So we will solve this here. What will be the value of f of 1? F of 1 will be 1 raised to power 2 by 3, that is 1. F of 8, 8 raised to power 2 by 3. 8 is 2 cube times 2 by 3, 2 square, that equals 4. So f of 8 minus f of 1 divided by 8 minus 1. F of 8 is 4, f of 1 is 1, divided by 8 minus 1 is 7. So 3 by 7. Our average slope across the interval is 3/7. Now we set our derivatives formula equal to this average slope to find the value of c. So the derivative equals this slope. What will happen to this? We will solve this as 2 by 3 root of c. This is 3 also present, have 3 by 7. Now we have 14 equals 9 3 root of c. So what will be the value of c? It will become 14 by 9 and its power will be 3. So what will be the value of c? We will find c equals 14 cube divided by 9 cube. So 14 cube is 2744. 729. This will be 3.76. This is the value of C, that is 3.76. So this is the final answer. If this step-by-step breakdown saved you from a major exam trap, make sure to hit the like button right now. Keep your practice work clean, neat and organized in the absolute key to scoring a perfect score on your calculus test. Subscribe to Math Solver 1117 for more direct and free calculus solution and turn on all the notification on your never miss a lesson. Leave a comment below if you had an exam go up this month. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.